Okay, I gave you some problems. What we had to do was find the equation of a line. We have two ways of finding the equation of a line. One is if we're given 2 points. The other is if we're given 1 point in the slope of a line. I gave you a group of problems. Are there any troubles, any problems you'd like to see worked? Yes, Ken? 11. 11 is a real nice problem. They give you a point. They say, hey, that point is -3, negative 3, 2. And then they tell you that the line is parallel to the y-axis. Now, oh, you weren't, I don't know if you remember, I don't even know if you were here, Ken. If a line is parallel to the y-axis, what is true? Slope, no slope. No slope. Well, what do we mean by no slope? When do we get no slope? What has to be true in order for us to have no slope? Yeah, you have something over 0. Anything over 0. So the easiest thing to do is put 1 over 0.
Okay.
So now we have a point, we have a slope, we set it up, we have y minus 2 over x minus a minus, well that's plus 3, equal 1 over 0. If I cross multiply, I have 0 times y minus 2, which is 0. I have 1 times x plus 3, which is x plus 3. There we go. Okay? Now, I'd like to go over, well, not really over these problems. Let's see. Problem number 2. What they did is they gave you a point. The point was 2, -5. And they said that the slope was equal to -3. Okay? Everybody agree with that? That's what they give you. Now they asked you to find the equation. Well, if you find the equation of this, you came out with 3x plus y equal 1. Okay? What I'd like you to do is to solve that for y. Solve it for y. Does everyone know what I mean by solving it for y? Get y all by itself. Okay, this should take matters of seconds. What do you get when you solve it for y? Rich?
You have to add a -3x to both sides.
Your y is equal to?
1 minus 3x.
Or -3x plus 1. Everybody agree with that? I'd like to take a look at another problem. Number 6. Number 6, they give you a point, 2, 0, and they say that m is equal to -1/3. This was problem number 6. Now you had to find the equation of a line. Now if you did this correctly, you came out with 3y plus x equal 2, I believe. Is that right? Okay? I'd like you to solve that for y. Again, this shouldn't take you long to solve this for y. What do you get when you solve this for y, Lynn?
2 minus x over 3 is equal to 1.
Okay, well let's see what she said and how she got it. We're solving this for y, so we have to get rid of that x. We add a -x to both sides, and we have 3y is equal to -x plus 2. Everybody agree with that? Now we want y, so that means we have to divide everything by 3. Okay, so if I do that, I get y is equal to -1/3 x plus 2/3. Is that correct? That's what Lynn said in a roundabout way, but she said the same thing. Okay. One more. Number 8. 8. You're given a point, 2, -1, and you have the slope as 5/3. So if you solve this correctly, you have 3y minus 5x equal -13. That should be the answer for number 8. Okay, again, solve this for y. Karen, what'd you get when you solved this for y?
Y equals 5/3 x minus 13 over 3.
Very good, Karen. Very good. I couldn't have said it better myself. Very nice. We're solving this for y, so we're going to add 5x to both sides. We come out with this. Now we want y, so we have to divide everything by 3. If I do, I get y is equal to 5/3 x minus 13/3. Okay, we did 3 problems. 2, 6, and 8 on the board. Help. What do you see? You see anything profound? Look. Look at each problem. Kathy, I see you shaking your head. What do you see?
That your slope is the same as part of your finishing
what?
equation.
What? What part of the equation? That's the important part.
X
Not x.
negative.
She had it right. She said the slope is x, but it's not x. What is it? Coefficient of x.
Okay.
In other words, anytime you take an equation, a linear equation, and solve it for y, the coefficient of x is the slope of the line. Look over here. Notice the slope that was given was -3. When we solve the equation we have for y, we got the coefficient of x is -3. For problem 6, it was given that the slope was -1/3. We got our equation, we solved it for y. Again, the coefficient of x is -1/3. Likewise here, the given slope was 5/3. When we solve this equation for y, the coefficient of x is 5/3. So anytime you have a linear equation and you want to find the slope of that line, just solve it for y. Once you have it solved for y, the coefficient of x is the slope of the line. On the board, I have an equation of a line. 7y minus 3x equal 21. I'd like you to find the slope of that line. Find the slope of that line.
I was told to study topology to figure out how to untangle those.
Yes, yes. I had 3 courses in that and I still don't know how to. Okay, let's take a look. What did you find for the slope of this line?
Y equals
What's the slope of the line?
1.
Nope, I didn't get 1. Lynn?
3/7?
3/7. Okay, how do we find it? What we have to do is we have to solve this equation for y. If we do, we have 7y is equal to 3x plus 21. We're now going to divide each term through by the coefficient of y, which is 7. We get y is equal to 3/7 x plus 3. And there it is. There is the slope of the line. Let's suppose we have this one. Oh, 5y plus 4x is equal to 10. 5y plus 4x equal 10. I would like you to find the slope of the line. Okay, B, what'd you get for the slope of this line?
Negative 4/5.
Negative 4/5. Everybody agree? Should. We solve this for y. We have 5y is equal to negative 4x plus 10. Divide everything through by 5. We get negative 4/5 x plus 10 over 5, which is 2. Okay? Everybody with me? So anytime you have a linear equation and you solve it for y, get it solved for y, the coefficient of x represents the slope of that line. Now, let's go back to this equation right here. Y is equal to 3/7 x plus 3. Suppose I tell you, hey, x is 0. X is 0. What would y equal? 3? Everybody agree 3. If x is 0, you have 3/7 times 0 is 0, right? So your y is equal to 3. Let's go to this equation. Again, y is equal to negative 4/5 x plus 2, and let's find out what happens when x is 0 there. What's y? 2. Okay? Everybody follow that. If x is 0, plug it in. What's 4/5 times 0, Wong?
0.
0? Plus 2 is
Oh,
2. Okay. Now, this point 0,3, this point 0,2. Where are these points going to fall? Where are these points on your Cartesian system? On the y-axis. In other words, this is the y-intercept of the line. This is the y-intercept of the line. Well, look. That's the y-intercept. The constant is where the line is going to cross the y-axis. So anytime you have it solved for y, we call that the slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b, where m is equal to the slope, b is equal to the y-intercept. And now we're ready for our third method of graphing a line. Remember, we had 2 methods. We had the 3-point method. We had the intercept method. What we're going to do now is use the slope-intercept method. This is usually the easiest of all 3. Okay? I am going to graph the line y is equal to 3/7 x plus 3. It's in slope-intercept form. I'm going to graph this line. The first thing we do is take care of the y-intercept, where the line is going to cross the y-axis. Well, in this case, the y-intercept here is 3. So we mark it. This line is going to cross the y-intercept at this point, 0, 3. Right there. That's our y-intercept. Well, then we want to draw a line. We need another point. Well, we take a look at our slope. Our slope is 3/7. As we try to emphasize, slope is change of y over change of x. What this is saying, 3/7 for a slope, is for every 3 units y goes up, x goes 7. Right. So from this point, this becomes our key-off point. We go up or down according to the value of y. Well, y is positive 3. That says go up 3 from this point. 1, 2, 3. We now look at the denominator. That tells you how far always to go to the right. It says go over 7 units to the right. And there's our point. Here's our line. We put the name of the line on the line. And there it is. Let's look at the second line we have. First of all, we have the line y is equal to negative 4/5 x plus 2. We take care of the y-intercept. Where is this line going to cross the y-axis? Help. 2. Remember, the constant is the y-intercept. We mark that point. This becomes our key-off point. We now take a look at the slope. The slope of our line is negative 4/5. Negative 4/5. So that says from this point, what should we do? Go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what? Right 5. Always to the right. And there is the line. Put the name of the line on the line. You have it. Now, this is the easiest way to graph a line. With a little practice, you'll find it so. And what's nice is that as you go on in math, you get into calculus, 98% of your lines will be in this form. They'll be in this form because we're going to have a special name for that. On Wednesday, we're going to give that a special name. Oh, no, that's not the name. Okay, let's try some. Let's suppose I have the equation y is equal to 3/4 x minus 1. I'd like you to make the graph of that line. Y is equal to 3/4 x minus 1. Okay, as I said, with a little practice, this shouldn't take you over 30 seconds. Let's see what happens here. First of all, Kathy, we need the y-intercept. Where's the y-intercept? Y-intercept. Where's this line going to cross the y-axis?
-1.
-1. It's always the constant. So we mark -1. This becomes our key-off point. We now take a look at our slope. What is the slope of this line, Kathy?
3/4.
What's that tell you to do?
I'll just go up 3.
Go up 3. Numerator, how far up or down? Denominator tells you to do what?
Go right 4.
Go to the right, always to the right. There's the line. Put the name of the line on the line. You're finished with that one. Let's try this one. Y is equal to -1/3 x plus 4. Okay, Tim, first of all, the y-intercept. Where's the y-intercept?
F4.
At 4. And the y-axis, at 4. Right here. Now you can mark that point 0, 4. Now we need the slope. Tim, what's the slope of this line?
1/3.
No!
Minus 1.
-1/3. -1/3 is the slope. Remember the coefficient of x. What's that tell you to do, Tim? Go down 1.
4.
How many?
3.
And over to the right, 3. There's that point. 3, 3. Make the line. Put the name of the line on the line. 2 more of these. Y is equal to 2/5 x. Okay, let's take a look at this one. First of all, the intercept. Y-intercept. Where is that?
0.
Yeah, no, it's understood to be at the origin, 0.
Come up 2
Go up 2,
and from 5.
and to the right 5,
Right 5.
and there's the line. See how nice and easy this is? One more. Y is equal to 4x minus 3. Okay, Beeb, I'm at you. First of all, we need the y-intercept. What is that?
-3.
-3. So we located this. This now becomes our key-off point for our slope. Our slope in this problem is what, Beeb? What's the slope say? 4. What does that tell you to do, Beeb?
Move up 4
Move up 4.
and 1 to the right.
Very good. Remember what we mean by 4. This is 4 over 1. That's 4 up, 1 to the right. There's your line. Very good. You hesitated there, had me worried for a second. Okay. On the board I have 2 lines, L1, L2. 2 lines, L1, L2. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you that L1 is parallel to L2. Line sub 1 is parallel to line sub 2. Okay, Lynn? What can you tell me? What's true if these 2 lines are parallel? Kathy?
The same slope?
They have to have the same slope. In other words, if they're parallel, they have the same steepness. That means that M1 has to equal M2. Parallel lines have the same slope. In other words, if you know that the slope of line 1 is 2/5, and the 2 lines are parallel, then the slope of line 2 must be 2/5. Okay? Let's suppose I have a line, I'll call it L sub 1. And I have a point P that's not on that line. How many lines can I draw through point P? An infinite number, right? Everybody agree with that? How many lines can I draw through point P that will be parallel to L1? 1. Okay, let's suppose that L1 is 2x, let's make it, let's change it. Let's suppose it's 3y minus 2x equal 15. That's line 1. Point P, well, let's see, 4, 1. So I have a line, I have a point not on the line. Now you told me that I can only draw how many lines through this point parallel to this line? 1. Find it. Find the equation, a line that passes through point P and is parallel to L1.